Today we're going to talk about building the metabolism. Now I'm going to talk about this from the street doctor standpoint because yes, I've heard the science and all the different things, but I'm also doing it and living it by example and checking in with the body and giving you that like anecdotal information too. I feel like that goes a long way because that gives you custom data when you look at research and how it's done on a specific group, and not all the time is there context either. It's just kind of like, here's an answer, and then you realize, well, are they even testing on individuals that are above average or living performance-based lifestyles, and what was the actual population they were testing these things on? And there is concepts that carry over, but let's talk about some big things that just initially come. So when I'm at this really insulin sensitive state, so my body fat is at a really good controlled place, it's lower, I feel great, you just burn up energy like none other. When I eat carbs, it just seems like poof, I fly through them. Energy is stable, you're mentally sharp through the day, you're not having crashes and highs and lows of energy, and then you look lean before bed and you're like, man, I just crushed a bunch of carbs. Even if I did refeed, and you wake up in the morning, you're just as lean, and it's just no water hold. It's like there's no place for the water to go. It just looks like it goes right to the muscle in the pumps in the veins. So that's number one. But it's like, how do you create a metabolism like that? Number one, getting to a good healthy body fat state, right? You're more insulin sensitive, you're gonna actually use energy better, your body is gonna just really enjoy it and know how to process it, send it to other systems that it needs to be used for. But encourage an active lifestyle. Let's just look at this. What actions are you feeding into that are actually feeding into a healthy metabolic system? Are you active? Are you trying to get up and move throughout the day? How many times are you moving throughout the day? Are we living mainly a sedentary lifestyle? Or are we trying to take walks on our lunch break or morning cardio, or getting some sort of movement in the evening, whether it's after dinner or even after big meals? Are we taking walks? Are we moving the body? Are we preventing binge eating? Binge eating sometimes is something that really doesn't suit many people at all. So I look at it like that. I'm doing morning cardio when I first wake up because I know I'm not going to skip my cardio if I do my morning cardio. So I'm doing morning cardio at 6 a.m. when I get up, and then a lot of the times I'll lift in the evening. And there's sometimes I'll lift in the morning if I can't do things in the evening. I know sometimes in life that doesn't always make sense based on everything that's going on. But I look at it like this. If I can at least get my morning cardio, some sort of active mobility around lunchtime or even a walk around lunchtime, and then even in the evening, a little bit of more movement in some way, whether it's resistance bands or just really, what if you're doing things like vacuuming or sweeping or cleaning or doing the dishes and all these different types of small movements. I look at it like that as well. How many different actions in your life are encouraging you to move? I know we're in a tech age and it can almost seem like we're discouraging movement. How can we make this easier, faster, quicker? But honestly, I see a big shift. There's some things that always don't need to be rushed or fast forwarded through. Really, why not be present with activities that just encourage movement, like working in your yard, cutting the grass, vacuuming, sweeping, doing the dishes, doing laundry, organizing things, pulling weeds, like all these different activities that actually put your body in a state of movement, because it really does mimic what humans looked like since the beginning of time. And you didn't have active humans that were overweight, and you really didn't have as many humans who were overweight. Really, you're like, oh, when you look back at old pictures, you saw that there were really wealthy people overweight, and that just showed that was a sign of wealth. And now it's funny today how it's like, we have access to healthier food, more food, because of wealth. So now we're trying to have an actual healthy body weight, muscular body weight, versus back then when it showed, oh, that person has a lot of weight and extra weight on them, they must have a lot of money because they can afford to eat a lot. It's funny how things circle back, and really you're gonna feel your best as well. So making sure there's active movement throughout the day. Weight training is just gigantic. You want to weight train just because your muscles are constantly healing and constantly requiring energy when they're recovering. So your body's just revving through energy nonstop when you're recovering from strength training. All that tissue needs energy to heal. Those are the biggest ones. Movement throughout the day, strength training in the routine, and then, hey, I'm gonna put cold shower right there as well with it, because I guess there's a lot of evidence behind cold showers in the morning, and I've really been enjoying those after my morning cardio. So let me know if this helps. Let me know your best ways that you feed into your metabolic, and this has worked for me extremely well, as many others that I've talked to. So let me know what else you think. Bye.